There's the boat, and we're going to mount it right down in there. Okay, I've took the cowling off of my motor, and there's the throttle cable that I'm going to have to replace. I read the number on the throttle cable. Last number is going to be, I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's part number is going to be the last digit's going to be a 12, so it's 12-foot cable. I'll need a 2-foot longer cable to replace that with. It's going to be a 14-foot cable. I got to get the cable. Okay, now I got my cable for the throttle, 2-foot longer, 14-foot. Now we're going to see if we can start threading some cable through the hole. It looks like the existing throttle cable runs through that boot. And I don't know if you can see it in there, but it runs down the side of the hole into the front. So we're going to go around here and see what we need to have to take off to fish that throttle cable through there. Probably going to take that plate off, see what we can do with that. Shouldn't need many tools. This is a DeWalt 18-volt cordless drill driver. Maybe a screwdriver, drill, some silicone, and should be just about all we need. Got this for Christmas from my beautiful wife. As a matter of fact, I got all this for Christmas from my beautiful wife. Okay, I got the screws removed on this panel, so we're going to reach up here and see if we can get this panel moved out of the way. There's a bunch of wires and cables, and that's what we'll have to fish our line through. Okay, I'm going to look at this cable that I have here, make sure I got the correct cable. That's one side. That's going to be the other. Let's see what we got. Okay. It looks like the same hookup. We'll check the hotfoot cable, see how that attaches. And there's the hotfoot. That's connector. Let's see how this is going. Okay. This is going to attach somewhere like that. Everything looks good. We'll instructions. Different types of motors, Yamaha, Honda Mercury, Suzuki. Go from there. Okay, I fished the throttle cable. This is the throttle cable that you see me moving. I fished it through the side of the hole. Thought it would be a little bit harder to do, and it slid right through there without hanging up. And if you can see that, there's the end of my throttle cable. I'm gonna probably back it up and come out somewhere right in here. We'll have to look and see what we need to do. Locking nuts, it goes on the bottom of the screws. There's 4 of them. We're going to go ahead and put this on so we'll know where to mount this at. Not sure if you can see that. Okay, you did need a little wrench. 11mm looks like socket or wrench to bolt the mounting plate to the hotfoot, and hotfoot's ready to go. So put the plate in next, I think. Or at least we'll put it in there and see where we need to put it. See where it needs to line up. Okay, you see the little curve in the boat right here. From what I'm understanding, make sure you don't drill into that side. Make sure you're into the floor right here, so there's a good empty space to put the screws into where you won't have a boat leak. That's I think the biggest issue when people are installing these themselves. They're scared they're going to put a hole in the bottom of the boat and $20, $30, $40,000 boat. I think that's a good issue. Okay, I'm not sure that I'm going to need this piece here. I think this is a universal mount, so I'm going to take that off. And I'm going to probably not use that. We'll find out later. You'll be able to see when I hook up my other throttle cable. We're going to put this bolt back in here for now, just to make sure that we don't lose it. And that's where the throttle cable hook up to. I got it positioned back where I think it should be. And I'm going to give it a shot here. See if that's going to work for me. I think that's going to be okay. I got a 5-inch adjustment with that plate, so I can pull it towards me or away from me, whatever I need to do. Okay. Going to remove the sliding plate, little thumb screw. This is screws down one of these two holes, depending on, I mean, it's got a lot of adjustment here, so this slides back and forth. You screw it down in the hole to get your adjustment. So take that off for right now, and we'll put this plate back where we want it, and I'm gonna screw it down. Okay, there's my mounting plate. Floor height. Floor height's gonna be right here on this line right here. So the plate's going to be way back up in here, which means I'm not going to get into the outer hole at all. So I'm not going to worry about that. I've got a lip inside. You can see that lip right there. I'm going to screw it down to that section of the floor, and it should be okay. Screws that came with the mounting plate, I've put them on a piece of tape so I wouldn't lose them. That's the screws we're going to use to screw down in the floor. Okay, I hear not drill more than ½ inch. I'm gonna set me some little pilot holes here, or at least I'm gonna use a smaller bit, and we'll measure that and see how far we go down into the hole, or go down into the floor. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but it looks like about a 3/4 of an inch. I've got that bit sticking out. I'm going to try to maybe put some tape on that and only go a ½ inch. Have a little guide on there. Put some electrical tape, a 1/4 inch from the base there, and so we don't drill too deep. Okay, electrical tape. I couldn't find any, so I did get some other tape and put on there, and as you can see, I've got it about a ½ inch. Maybe actually a little less if we move it, but that's okay. That's good enough. I think that's about how deep I want to go. Okay, I've done one. I put a little hole here. I'm going to go ahead and finish drilling that hole. I know I'm a little wobbly here, but I've got a small enough bit. It's not gonna hurt a thing. I'll try to get just a little deeper here. Got some metal down in there. Maybe okay. Okay. As far as I want to go. It went through. There we go. I'll get the shop vac over here in a little bit and clean all that metal up. But there's some metal in there. There's definitely some metal. It looks like metal. Yeah. Must be a metal plate under there. Okay. Now I'm going to screw down in the hole. See if I need to go any bigger with it. I'm not gonna force it down in there. It should cut through the. Cut me some good threads through there. Pretty easy. It looks like that might be pretty good there. I'm gonna back it out a few times. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty tight there. That's probably going to be as far down as it needs to go. Let's see what it looks like. Pull this out. Put the plate back in. Slide it up there. Should be right about there. Let's see. Right there. That is it. Okay. There's all 4 screws in. Some of them were kind of tight. That one right there was pretty tight. I'm not real happy with the way that one turned out, but I'm probably going to pull that out and replace that screw because it was very tight when it was trying to seat the plate down to the bottom. So I'm gonna pull that out. One place I missed was you probably need to put silicone down in the holes, which we've done. Pull it back out and put silicone in each hole, and then screw the screw back down in there. I'm gonna replace that screw because it was it kind of gave me a little trouble. The rest of them sitting down pretty good. Okay, we've got an adjustment from, let's see how far we can go up with it. And I think we can come back a little bit actually, right there. From there, all the way to right there. And it goes all the way, it doesn't touch the back. Good thing about this boat, this plate was, I could sit this plate against the back and everything fits pretty square. So anyway, we're probably gonna have it pull it out, slide it back. We're probably gonna have it about midways. That way, if I have another somebody driving the boat that's taller than me, they can scoot it back. Shorter than me can move it up. So we're gonna tighten that up right there. Okay, got it mounted down in there. We're gonna go ahead and try to drill our hole, and I think we're gonna drill it in the side right there so it can swoop up. Move this out of the way. It's gonna come out about right in here, and it's gonna go up and attach right there. Now, I guess you figured out that I'm doing this without any help, so I'm gonna try to hit the center of this, and that's about where we're gonna come out with the hole. Okay, I'm gonna drill a smaller hole first. I don't like drilling in my fiberglass, but I'm gonna go in with a little bit bigger bit now, and hopefully we can pull it through this hole. You'll see. Yeah. Okay. We got some weed eater line. I'm gonna thread that weed eater line up. Let's see if we can get it to go up through here. I think I just saw it. Try that again. We're gonna feed this weed eater line up through here like this. Now I'm gonna tie a knot in the little end of this so I can pull it back through where I'm at. We'll see if this hole's big enough. If it's not, I'll make it a little bigger. But let's see here. It's a pretty tough weed eater line. Let's see what we can do with this. I think that's gonna do it. Okay. Let's see. Not sure if that's too close or not, but we'll try it. Oh, looks like it. I'll tell you what we can do is drill a smaller hole beside it and then go from there. Let's try it. Okay, that was a little dangerous because you got your cable in there, but it was out of the way. So, oh, there it is. Perfect. Come on out. There you go. And there it is. That. We'll cover that hole up, attach that to that, and we'll be down here in a second. Okay, this piece right here for my motor, it's gonna go right here, and I'm gonna remove this piece and put it on the top right here for my motor. Cable's gonna go through there just like that and hook up. And this is what it's supposed to look like. Okay, there it is installed. Let's get a little toe thing if you need to. For some reason it does get stuck, but it's bringing back pretty good. Okay, I'll make sure everything's tight. Pulled my new line through the little boot here, the end of it going to the motor. Now I got to disconnect the throttle cable right here and attach my new one. This was real simple. When it was in place, I couldn't tell how to get it out. I finally figured out you just pop it through and the cables come out and you can change them. So that's another little thing that slowed me down. Took me about 30 minutes to figure that out. I was able to remove and get the bulk of the throttle cable through there. Now I'm buttoning that back up. Okay, all hooked up and working.